take it, run with it. Holding the ball basically means that you feel like there's a ball right here. So the slot, or whatever the terms are, for me, it's holding the ball. And for a student, it's great. I say, what color is your ball? You know, it's 9 years old, beach ball, yellow ball, black ball. Hold your ball right here. So you're not straight, you're not too bent. You got to feel a ball right here, right? And so it's kind of hard to feel a ball if your elbow's down here. And if you're up like this, your ball's going to be tilted. So that's your first move. Now, here's the variation. You're either here, where you're holding on to the racket, or in some cases, when people are late or they're rushed, I just have them separate right away. But I still can kind of feel the ball. I'm going to do this with the left hand. So it's either here or it's here. That's kind of the wiggle room there. And it just depends on the player.
So with these girls, I just let them have a wide stance. They're like you're saying before, so their head can see the ball, then they make contact, then they're happy. When I try to do all this stuff with them, they're not happy.
Correct. So we gotta back it way up, right? I'm working with people one-on-one. I'm tossing balls from 6 feet away, and I'm coming in and like giving people a feeling. Now the reason I do that, which might sound overly technical, but number one, I believe attention to detail creates amazing results. And number two, I went to a seminar with a guy who's actually in Milwaukee. So if you guys are fitness buffs, go to Monkey Bar Gym in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They have one in Chicago now. His name is John Hines. He's about 45 years old. He still dunks a basketball, to my knowledge. He is a fitness fanatic, and he does all body weight stuff and kind of yoga postures. And I went to a seminar, and he calls it giving feedback. So he puts you in a posture. And who's taking the yoga class here? You take the yoga class, and a very attractive yoga instructor comes by, you're in down dog, and she just kind of like makes a little adjustment, just a little adjustment. Okay, so that's what he did. He made an adjustment with the position I was in to teach me alignment, right? So that's what I do in the tennis coaching, is I actually toss balls from 4 feet away, and then I make them hold the position, and then I make the adjustment, and then they can feel it kinesthetically in their body, what's going on. So instead of being 78 feet away, going, watch the ball, bend your knees, I'm right there with them. So we can actually do a demonstration tonight with that, if that's okay with you guys. I can even have it with, what's your name? Michael. Would you want to be my student tonight? Not yet, but would you want to? Can I put you on deck? Okay, so I'll show kind of how I do it, but I'm doing it one-on-one. How many students do you have? 20 on the court, right? And you're trying to teach them all this stuff? Good luck, buddy.
Let them be balanced. Let them see it.
But I think
don't worry about all that.
But I think there are solutions. So we might not get the low, we might not get the horse stance. You got to keep in mind, you got to practice what, three months out of the year, right? And they show up like the day before for orientation, and then as soon as the season's over, about 10% of them actually go play some more. Okay, so yeah, the high school tennis thing is like, let's have some fun, let's party, right? And let's teach them some skills, right? Some life skills, and like how to compete a little bit, how to make one more ball than the other player. You know, I think I've never coached high school before, so I don't pretend to know, but I'm just guessing. I would try to help them understand where they make their mistakes. Most of them they don't even have a clue if they're missing the net, if they're missing wide, if they're missing long, right? They have no clue what's going on. So I would just start to ask a lot of questions like, where do you miss most of your forehands? Oh, I miss them in the net. Okay, next time, here's what I want you to do. I want you to aim higher. Okay, I want you to aim this high over the net. And if you miss another ball in the net, you got to go run 3 miles. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, I would keep it really simple with the high school girls, and then they're not going to be able to make technical changes. It's like it's too much. Okay, well, it depends how.
You just told me high.
Right.
But then
You're going in the net.
Okay.
You're going long.
I would say hit the tape. I would say hit the tape. Yeah. And then if they hit it in the net, I'd say aim higher. And then I would just pray that they make it when it really counts, right? But yeah, sure, absolutely. So I think that with the high school rules, I think simple things on the forehand, they're going to have, weird takebacks, right? I think if you can get them in a good balanced position at the end, even catching the racket, or start every practice the first 10 minutes and make them do the shadow strokes. Because then the ball messes everything up. It's like, as soon as the ball comes, then everything goes out of whack. But if you can get them to feel without a ball, right? And then maybe a couple open stance where they have to shuffle out and they kind of go like that. But I wouldn't try to get it so perfect unless you can work with someone one-on-one and they're going to do the homework. I mean, I still give lessons to people, but in between lessons, I know they're not doing their homework. They're not doing their shadow strokes. I can tell which ones do. And those are the toughest students to work with are the ones that don't do the work, right? I mean, it's like, you come to me for an hour, you learn this cool information, and then you don't do anything with it. That's a tough one.